Welcome back to Night Mind, friends. I'm delighted to have you in the office again this evening, especially all the new faces who are about to experience a legacy project. Nearly 8 years ago, I made a video on one of YouTube's most enthralling human horror projects, Ben's Playhouse, the unfiction tale of a man who hunted and captured new friends to place in a nightmare scenario, recorded for entertainment and released online. Now, after all this time, Ben is back. I do have my original video about this, of course, but I can give you the timeline of events for the first arc of this unfiction story much faster now, after I tell you about another really exciting bit of news. Last year, I swore off having sponsors on Nightmind. If it wasn't horror or creativity related or didn't deeply excite me, the answer was no, and I meant it and denied all offers since. I'm thrilled to now introduce literally one of the only perfect matches for this channel and my own life experience, Manta Sleep. Every night in the office, I tell you at the end to sleep tight. And I do mean it, as so many of you have told me that you use my videos to fall asleep. All these years you've been expressing it, I've been sleeping tight with the Manta Sleep Mask, which I bought after seeing one of their YouTube ads, and it's one of the best online purchases I've ever made for myself. I truly am nocturnal. I need to sleep with no light striking my eyes, and many mornings I went to bed, I couldn't escape the beams of light leaking in through sides of curtains. So I threw a blanket over my face and it wasn't solving the issue. I bought the Manta Sleep Mask as soon as I saw it, and that decision changed everything. I have slept so much better having this, especially during heavy workload periods when I needed to recover to tackle the next day. Introducing Manta Sleep to you all is awesome. I wouldn't have been able to get nearly the rest I needed all these years without their mask. And for this occasion, they sent me the Manta Sleep Pro, engineered for side sleepers in a very Nightmind styled purple. I love it. I feel the comfort of side sleeping instantly, and it's still exactly the Manta Sleep experience I've relied on. Entirely adjustable to your comfort, soft and machine washable material all throughout, and eye cups that truly do block out all those little rays of light you need out of the room. If you've got a partner who watches things going to bed, or you're one of the viewers who become listeners falling asleep to Nightmind and need it to stay dark once your eyes are closed, this is going to solve that for you. And there are so many options to get the perfect match, from eye cooling to a steam mask, a silk mask for luxury and sensation, a weighted mask for calming pressure on the head. There's even the Manta Sleep Mask Sound with razor-thin Bluetooth headphones. So if some of you have been falling asleep to my videos using earbuds, you can get a much better version of that experience. Manta Sleep has been helping me make Nightmind for years, and I'm so excited to present them at the link here with my coupon code NM for 10% off your order. This link is also in the video description and pinned comment, and really, if you've been having issues with light sensitivity and a sense of environment separation to get the sleep you're after, I can tell you from years of use myself that Manta Sleep will truly help you sleep tight. Thank you so much to Manta Sleep for this offer to Nightmind viewers. Now, let's return to the other exciting news tonight. In January 2015, 21-year-old Colin Henson went missing in Alexander, Arkansas. He'd been on social media for only a few days after finally deciding to join, engaging in a mix of activity on Twitter and Vine, the first major short-form video platform. Videos involved the standard skits of #relatable everyday life for a bit until Colin decided to change it up, exploring an abandoned mental facility a mile from his house.
Time to go on a stroll around the neighborhood.
It's an abandoned mental facility
About a mile away from my house.
An abandoned mental facility. Oh, that door's open.
You think, should I go in? Should I not go in?
And his description of the building is true. It's the Alexander Human Development Center, which served as a sanatorium before becoming a live-in mental treatment center until 2011, when it was shut down by the governor after years of controversy involving patient abuse and staff misconduct. It was also allegedly haunted, with reports from past workers on ghostly activity. Colin enjoyed his time giving us a tour of the rotting old building, until finding something inside that shouldn't be there. A cow mask. He made the choice to leave, but not without a little interruption. The next communication from Colin's account didn't come from Colin. He needs his medicine, the description read, as Colin's abductor poured pills over him while unconscious. The story from this angle is mainly found through a different route, a YouTube channel by the person holding Colin's camera, Ben's Playhouse. The video newfriend.mov revealed their perspective during Colin's urban exploration, following him throughout his visit, with Colin's Vine account linked below. What kind of friends did Ben make before meeting Colin? 5 short videos exist showing a mix of scary-looking individuals, including someone wearing the cow mask, and people in states of torment, involving drowning and fire. The About section of Ben's Playhouse back then was straightforward. I trap people and make them my friend. And it's easy enough to guess what uploads became from here. Colin, trapped and strapped into a mask, kept behind a fence in a video titled Time Out. Next, we saw him in the upload Hide and Seek, running from a man in a black morph suit and white mask. Ben then showed a series of videos away from this playhouse. He sat on a plane, wearing Colin's clothes from the night of the abduction, then inside a supermarket, following a woman in red. He made his way into the back of her car, and 8 days later, uploaded the video Sandman, revealing he was in a house with a woman trapped in a shower stall wearing clown makeup. A phone number was given in the video description, prompting viewers to call or leave a message, most likely the number of the new victim. On Twitter, Ben wrote, "So many new friends," and issued a puzzle challenge for people that was missing from the timeline during initial exploration, though follow-up tweets and the outcome were visible. Whatever the puzzle was, the answer was Colin's birthday, available through Twitter. For providing the answer, Ben wrote, "I am thankful for my friends. It's done. I didn't want to do it, but I want to show all my new friends how much I appreciate you." What exactly was it Ben did? According to Twitter, he released Colin from the Playhouse. And nothing occurred from there. We don't know what happened to the lady in red. We don't know where Ben went. And we don't know what happened to his other friends. But we have some idea what happened to Colin. The Ben's Playhouse channel has been wiped of its previous videos, and 2 new uploads have arrived in their stead, both in August of 2024. OneMoreTime.mp4 and Missing.mp4. The video Missing is a long focus on a missing poster for Colin Henson. One More Time is a video with a distorted version of the Daft Punk song, celebrating a Twitter page on someone's monitor, which is linked in the description, and it's for a man named Pete Donuts. CEO, father, entrepreneur. In no way familiar to us, and neither is his first post under Elon's X. Finally on the grid. Now, a reminder that what you're about to witness is, as all projects on NightMind, a work of fiction, and to understand the events depicted are acted and to not be alarmed. There's also going to be an element of the approach taken by the creator that goes well outside the normal range of what I would give any highlighting to. But because of the nature of its incorporation, I see the logic in it and have not felt averse to coverage. Pete Donuts writes, "X was a smart rebranding. In my humble opinion, it's clean, simple. Think about how much time you save during the day by saying X instead of saying Twitter. Just something to think about. By my rough estimates, you would be saving 0.4 seconds per mention. Saying it 20 times a day saves 8 seconds a day, around 48.67 minutes a year. At $7.25 an hour, federal minimum wage, that's around $5.87 a year in productivity savings. That's free money in your pocket. Thanks, Elon." And here's another banger tweet. "I really like the Hawk Tuah meme." Is that hashtag relatable enough for you? Need more of that CEO grind set out of Pete instead? Here's a quote tweet. "Had an employee like this. Never wanted to get drinks with me off the clock, so I fired him. Good employees understand the value of FaceTime with the boss." And then we have some flexing over Pete's hot ride. "I don't miss my wife at all." There's also this gem, with Pete creating a quote for himself while quote tweeting Jordan Peterson. And one last choice from Pete's early tweets. Posts, of course, posts. This quote tweet from Doge designer of AI art of Elon Musk in armor, saying, "This is epic." So all of this is very strange, yes. A very specific kind of strange that's become common. What's strange outside of this, though, is Pete's tweet. "Time to get to work," over a CGI image of an office. Pete doesn't have a workplace any of us can actually identify or visit. You know what he does have, though? A video of himself he's addressed directly to Elon.
Hello? Elon? I know you're seeing this. How's it going, Pete? Pete Donuts. That's my account. I tweeted you. I said that a picture of you was epic. And it's been about 2 days maybe, and I still haven't heard from you. Look where I'm at. This is actually pretty short. It is actually pretty short. I could fall. I don't know what would happen. All I know is that I'd love for you to follow me on X. That would be great. Because I would not, you just never know, you never know. Look at those people down there. What if I hit one of them? That'd be two, that'd be a couple, I don't know. Anyway, if you don't, like, what if you saw this too late? And then I'm already gone and you didn't do anything about it. Think about it. I'll see you online.
Let's lean back a second and observe this from the creative perspective. In the original setup for Ben's Playhouse, we had Ben going about his trapping, torturing, and psyche-breaking journeys, coming across Colin Henson after he wandered into the building being used as a playhouse at that time. Through Ben, we found Colin's no-follower social media accounts, where he was doing the insufferable thing online at the time, trying to be a Vine star, following the trends. And if you were there for that era, you remember it as eye-roll inducing. If you weren't, then you know the accounts on TikTok trying to gain followers on trends that are 2 years out of date and weren't exciting anyway. Imagine that, but with all the awkward presentation of a TikTok that's just figuring itself out. That's what Vine was, and how Colin was trying it. But what's happening now? We're seeing a video by Ben, pointing us at Colin, back online under a new name and persona, and following more eye-roll inducing trends, being insufferable, on a no-follower account. Except now, he's clearly much more psychologically disturbed and even delusional. This is a Colin who hasn't healed from his experience in the Playhouse and doesn't realize yet Ben has found him again. The setup is almost precisely the same, but doubled down, and it's pretty brilliant. Question is, if history rhymes instead of repeating, how does it play out now? Pete quotes his post apologizing to his friend Elon about that video. He was having a bad day, you see. But it's okay, because nothing could break a bond like theirs. That one bad day inspired Colin, Pete, to take time to reflect and record an album about some stuff going on in his life, available on Bandcamp. No, we're not going to listen to it, but I'll tell you it's 5 songs, 32 seconds each, with Pete singing about his hopes for Elon getting back to him, in heart-wrenching lyrics such as, "A rocket to Mars won't heal my scars." Pete is truly a broken glass-filled donut. His situation becomes worse, it seems, as he ends up in the hospital and reaches out to Elon, expressing he may only have days to live, with an audio recording from his very authentic doctor.
I regret to inform you of a grave situation regarding our patient, Pete Donuts. Pete has been diagnosed with an exceptionally rare and aggressive condition known as necrotizing neuromuscular encephalopathy, NE. This disease is characterized by a relentless and progressive deterioration of the central nervous system, with particularly severe manifestations. Pete's neurological functions are rapidly deteriorating. He's experiencing severe cognitive impairments, erratic seizures, and disturbing visual and auditory hallucinations. His pain levels are extraordinarily high, exacerbated by the constant muscular contractions and skin breakdown. The disease has also led to systemic infections due to the compromised skin barrier, further complicating his condition and leading to septicemia. Given the aggressive nature of this illness and the lack of effective treatments, Pete has only a few days left. His condition is deteriorating at an alarming rate. If you wish to reach out to Pete, please send him a direct message on X, formerly Twitter, within the next 72 hours. The clock is ticking, and time is of the essence.
8 hours later, Pete shares this picture, screaming a question to Elon about responding. He apologizes soon after. Pete attempts more CEO act tweeting. Then we get action. An old viewer of Ben tweets at him with a picture of Colin, saying they look exactly alike. "Nope, I am Pete Donuts. I've no idea who that is, and we don't look alike at all," Colin says. Someone else from Ben's Playhouse arrives. Colin says he doesn't know it, that it looks like some stupid YouTube crap. He's an influencer and entrepreneur on X. Shortly after comes a video quoting his previous CEO advice video.
Howdy. Pete Donuts here. Just wanted to say hello to all my new followers. I guess one of my videos went a little bit viral, which is... Here's what I'll say. My heart is warmed to see so many patriots out there who are interested in being financially free. And I am glad to be able to be there to assist however I can. So thank you for following. I guess I'll make more videos like that, huh? So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Just want to say thank you. Oh, do not message me about whatever that Ben's thing is. Or whoever that Corbin Colin. I don't know what that is. So stop messaging me about it because it's harassment. You are harassing me. So do not do that anymore because you know what that does? That distracts me. And distraction is a silent killer. So stop it. I have a fine group of patriots who are wanting to thrive. And whenever you guys hit me up with any of that crap that I don't know anything about, it doesn't do anybody any good. So stop it with that. See you guys on the next one.
How's that for immersion and interaction? We haven't had that level of play out of a character in a while. It's actually kind of startling to witness such a thing again. Oh, I think a gust of fresh air just came in through my window. Did you guys feel that? Oh, that's nice. Not so nice is the next post from Pete. Just had the best FaceTime call with my son. Had to tell him the good news about my overnight success. Love my boy. Next, he answers one of Ben's viewers going by a more tactful approach, asking if he remembers his past life. If by past life you mean running a beloved gourmet donut shop for over a decade, then yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. You never forget your first success. A few posts up, Pete says he's really feeling himself, wearing his old red zip-up. And just after that, a quote tweet responding to the account. Pete has a secret. He's furious, calling it deep fake bullshit because people are jealous of him. Open that article, and it's from Pulaski County, Arkansas. Pete Donuts, arrested for assaulting Tesla owner, claimed he needs to talk to Elon. A man identifying himself as Pete Donuts was taken into custody Tuesday following a violent incident in which he allegedly pulled a person from their Tesla and assaulted them to near death. Witnesses say Donuts was aggressively demanding to speak with Tesla CEO Elon Musk. The victim is currently hospitalized in critical condition. Pulaski County authorities are investigating the motive behind the brutal attack and the circumstances leading up to Donuts' arrest. On the bio for Pete Has a Secret, we have coordinates. They lead to the only place you'd expect: Alexander Human Development Center. Pete goes ballistic, calling for reports against the account and crying out to Elon again.
I am trying not to freak out. I'm trying not to freak out at you, Elon. Why won't you answer me? Why won't you answer me? Where are you? Where are you? I'm done. I'm done. I am done trying to reach you. You don't care about me. You don't care about me. You don't even hear me. You know what I do this for? You know what I fucking do this for? I do this for you! I do this for you! Everything I do is for you, and you don't give me shit. You don't give me shit. So I'm fucking done with you. I'm done with you, and I'm done with your fucking platform. I'm never going on here again. I'm never trying to reach you again. Pete has a secret. You better fucking stay away from me. You stay away from me. I'll fucking find you. I will find you. You better lock your doors at night. Stay away.
Hey, Elon. Sorry about this. Ever have one of those days? Yeah, me too. Honestly, it's been one of those weeks. I don't think the carnivore diet was working out. The things we say on an upset stomach, right? Don't worry, I'm leveling up my mental game. Won't happen again. Let's take a checkpoint here. As Pete Donuts, Colin is insufferable, an overzealous trend chaser, a delusional sycophant presenting a badly photoshopped persona and history, but underneath it is Colin, deeply wounded from his experience at the hands of Ben, and attempting to live some kind of life as a different person who never ended up in the Playhouse. It's Colin who we feel for, understanding that Pete only exists as intensely as he does because of what's happened. Sure, Colin still may have ended up this way, but in a much lighter fashion, and it's hard to see him like this. So then we get Pete Jr. in the form of a Talk Buddy free trial animation saying his father's bank account is totally stacked with Bitcoin and also he's so hot. Just normal things. Average American father-son dynamic. A quick look at Pete Jr.'s bio and it reads, proud son of Pete Donuts, aspiring to be half as awesome as my dad, supporter of #dadgoals, 6'5". And this brings us to the latest activity across both accounts. An AI short film by Pete Jr. called Father's Day. And it is generative AI, so I watched it so you won't have to. Except for 2 bits I really needed to see in motion, as short as I can make them. A man sits at a desk in front of a conspiracy board and stacks of items, listening to a disembodied female voice badly saying, Twitter.com, until he screams and his eyes, teeth, and cheeks start to warp. Then we get the title card. Next sequence, the strangely warping man walks around his bedroom with blurry Elon Musk posters and receives a phone call from the mailman to tell him about the letter he just delivered from his dad. The phone displaces the man's ear, making it come out the back of his head. The letter from the man's dad explains he can't be there on Father's Day because he's on a spaceship to Mars. Cut to an image of a screaming Elon on a ship surrounded by 4 women in various states of cringe, disgust, and confusion. But if the man makes it to a portal before sundown, he can travel to space and see his dad. The man screams in joy, then drives his Tesla until the man is in the hospital. The doctor tells him he has broken every bone and has third-degree burns all over. He will die in exactly 90 seconds. His father, Elon, appears over a hospital monitor, looking like Alfred E. Newman, to inform him he's been granted the invulnerability cheat code. He should be able to get to the portal without any issue, as long as he performs a tribute to the Joker from The Dark Knight. He makes it to the portal, goes through ordinary facial motions for AI work, and hugs his father Elon in space with a hand that grows out of his shoulder. Both of their faces melt away in joy. Pete Donuts is a proud father. Colin Henson is a broken man. And you have just witnessed a quick example of why generative AI bullshit used in place of actual artistic effort is a laughable, hollow, and insulting approach to any form of art that is only seriously considered by the true Pete Donuts of the world. Within the context of this arc of Ben's Playhouse, it is a tool in the hands of the creator to show the downward spiral of the character, his rapidly increasing parasocial insanity, and utterly ridiculous adoption of an identity cobbled together from the oversold moonshots of modern Silicon Valley. And in being used so much as a tool for story in a very clear and comprehensible way and a really obvious takedown of delusional generative AI proponents, we see this as one of the only moments in which this utilization is actually understandable. Pete Donuts is nobody you want to be, a caricature of a person you can witness in the current year, and flailing in the grip of madness in the wake of his torment as Colin Henson. Seeing Ben back in the picture has driven him directly into the most insane behavior we've seen yet. It's going to get worse as Ben closes in and toys with him. And that, my dear viewers, is exactly why you want to jump on board right now. This creator isn't just back, he's energized, he's having fun, and we witnessed what it's like when that happens back in the first arc of the story. As for the matter of anything AI or bleeding edge in the unfiction field and art as a whole, because this is a moment in which the topic's been raised for us to talk about, and it absolutely needs to happen at some point with the way the world is going and its brushes with unfiction, let's take this moment, just for a few minutes. Any serious proponent of generative AI in the arts beyond the level of procedural generation in games using a studio-developed dataset, early-stage bare-bones conceptual projection under a closed dataset provided by willing, consenting, informed, and paid providers of that data, and tackling actual workflow tedium, blocking artists from great time utilization for making art, is absolutely a Pete Donuts. Emphasis on nuts, because art is not generated, it is purposefully made by a human being in active emotional and intellectual workflow. To the creators and developing creators out there, in every instance you face a choice where AI use is available to you. If it takes away the opportunity for a human being to do that work to their benefit and evolution, especially if that human is you, understand that you are making the decision between evolution and stagnation. You are not expected to make every single thing in your path from scratch or keep every single element of tedium in all processes. That's ludicrous and a Herculean feat. But understand well, the refusal of self-development is the refusal of self-empowerment and ability, leaving you dumb and bereft with no true status to claim your work and true pride. Development tools and effects that assist the human working in creating artistic vision are always acceptable. A tool does not make by itself. To call themselves a creator, a person must wield tools using their intellect. Art requires analyzing, experiencing, judging, adjusting, tweaking, experimenting, twisting digital knobs and playing with sliders and settings, creating in such a way that a program is only working in short steps and processes under you. If programs are assisting in accomplishing the doing instead of taking the doing, you're using your own intelligence and skill set, and you can call yourself a creator whose human touch and direction is actually in the art. That's what makes it art. And making art makes you better. The more of it is made by you or by a human being you give an opportunity to, the better you become. Some of you may not understand how much granting another an opportunity increases your own growth and evolution. I urge you to give another person a chance, to experience how you can become greater together. I understand the use of it here to critique the subject matter, but I reject the use of generative AI developed through data scraping of artists who were unaware and non-consenting. I am, at the same time, not ignorant of how much the genie is out of the bottle over lesser AI utilizations in artistic processes, even if it displeases me, which leaves us in a position of major discernment and advocacy of artistic values. If total refusal is not possible for a situation, keep anything AI minimized away from true artistic application. The level of a tool in the active moving hands of the artist in the flow of process that removes tedium or just applies effects, not a replacement of the artist, and not developed on a mass dataset of those who were unaware. Keep art human. It's what the unfiction movement is about. Forget what you thought you couldn't do. Realize your power and grow. Use the tools and resources of this age to make amazing new art by developing yourself. If you let a program develop for you, then you're no better than you were before you typed in the prompt and tried to claim the outcome is a culmination of skills you did not develop. And one more thing. Refuse AI voices in projects. None. The only exception is whatever predates Siri. I don't want to hear them anymore when there's an entire scene of voice actors offering themselves to work on passion projects for credit and experience, just so they can get their start or engage their passion. As indie project creators just trying to make cool things yourselves or get your work started, let these people in and give them opportunities. Empower a person who is sitting around wishing that anyone, anywhere, would just give them a chance to grow. You have no idea the enormity of good you do another person by granting them a chance and affirming their existence and efforts. You're trying to be seen for your art. so are they. Be the person who sees them and grant them a chance. By choosing the person, you may be the reason someone didn't quit on a dream. This goes for every single element of a project by which you might choose AI over a human being, especially when it comes to artists. No one has been more scared and demoralized than visual artists by this entire movement. We're going to have moments in which we encounter projects who towed the line or used early AI tools before we understood the damage and the purpose of it being free online. It's going to be a case-by-case situation, and we've got to judge it case by case, taking the time it occurred into account. When it comes to encountering AI voices in past projects or recent projects, I'll just state again what I've said here about how much you could have given another person a chance who recognizes you aren't in a position to pay hundreds of dollars for voice lines and would have just been happy to help. Thank you for allowing us to have that. Again, it had to happen at some point, at least once. Back on main topic. While the Pete Donut stuff in this vein has been fun, it's bordering the line as much as my moment of taking us into that AI talk while covering the return of an exciting horror piece. We know why it's involved, but it's made its point now. If we go any further into Pete Donuts and his son without seeing Ben step up in the narrative to bring the horror and move the story along, we'll keep slipping into comedy and caricature and lose the plot. Turn the Daft Punk on again. It's time to raise the heartbeats. Less Elon jokes, more scare factor. Come on. Blood time. Knives and stalking and screams, please. Let's go. Come on. And really, that's my only criticism. That's it. Would I have preferred some kind of crazy loon approach that didn't have to do with all of this and using AI? Absolutely, yes, I would have. That would have been preferable just because I don't like AI. I don't. But I understand entirely the artistic intention here. It fits the bill so well as an actual echo of who Colin used to be and is now as Pete Donuts. It fits. I'm excited for this return. I didn't expect it at all, and clearly the creator is energized. Ben coming back to reclaim a victim he let go. What a concept, right? I couldn't wait to come running and tell you all once I found out. Keep an eye on this one. Subscribe to Ben's Playhouse as a channel, follow Pete Donuts, and wait for the real fun to begin. I'm going to be following it along with anticipation. Meanwhile, I've got a constant flow of new explorations over on my Twitch doing Nightmind Live. You can catch me there, and there are VODs uploaded to the NM Live channel here on YouTube. It's all our live topic explorations edited to Nightmind standards for pacing, enjoyment, and even scripted segments, making it as thoroughly familiar as possible while being a unique feel. Right now I've got videos on Hiding in My Home, the complete project, a Nightmind Index topic, How to Henry, ASL, the project by Spencer Lackey of TikTok monster fame, Vita Carnus, by Bear Day with a VTuber friend who hadn't experienced unfiction until that point, and yes, it includes covering part 3, the Tangivirus and the fuller Tangivirus saga by Vintage 8, and possibly the new series by the creator of the video adaptation of Ted's Caving Journal, depending on when you're viewing this. If it's not up yet, it will be very soon. The link for Nightmind Live is in the description and the pinned comment, and you can subscribe to receive new videos all the time. That's all for tonight, everyone. Thanks to the creator of Ben's Playhouse for making Ben's Playhouse. Thanks to all of you for watching, and thanks to my supporters on Patreon, who are more real than any of Pete's donuts. Or children. You can support the mission of Nightmind for as little as $2 a month over there, which empowers what I do and the Nightmind Index for new and undiscovered unfiction projects. It's very helpful, I'm always grateful, and you can see the names of all these supporters and join them at the end of this video, as I do with all main uploads. Finally, thanks to Manta Sleep for sponsoring Nightmind, and use my coupon code NM to get what you need for better sleep. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and just like Ben, you'll be seeing me again real soon. Until next time, go get yourself a donut and sleep tight.